They say when a man drinks from a deep river, he should not mock the man fetching from a shallow well. But somewhere in a small apartment in London, a Nigerian man named Chinedu Okafor had forgotten that proverb. Every Sunday, Chinedu would open his phone and see messages from home. Bro, please help me. Uncle Chinedu, school fees. My son, your father is sick. Each message ended the same way. Just anything you can send. But Chinedu would stare at the screen, sigh, and press ignore. People back home had started saying something. These people abroad are very stingy. But nobody knew the truth. Nobody knew the price of the dollars they were begging for. Chinedu Okafor was born in Enugu, Nigeria. His mother sold roasted corn by the roadside. His father repaired bicycles under a mango tree. But Chinedu had one dream. One day I will travel abroad. In secondary school, he would sit under a tree reading newspapers about America, Canada, and the UK. His friends laughed. Chinedu, you think abroad is heaven? Chinedu smiled. I don't think. I know. His mother once told him a proverb. My son, the grass across the river always looks greener until you cross. But Chinedu didn't understand. Not yet. The day Chinedu got his visa, the entire village celebrated. Goats were slaughtered. Neighbors gathered. Someone shouted, Chinedu don blow. Women were dancing. Men were drinking palm wine. His father proudly told everyone, my son is going to England. That night his uncle pulled him aside and said something quietly. Remember this proverb, the child who climbs a tall tree should not forget those pushing him from below. Chinedu nodded, but deep inside, he was already dreaming of pounds. The first winter in London almost broke him. The cold was not ordinary. It was the kind of cold that enters your bones and reminds you are not home. Chinedu had 3 jobs. Cleaning offices at night, washing dishes in a restaurant, delivering food with a bicycle. He slept 4 hours a day. Sometimes he would eat only bread and tea. But every time he opened Instagram, he saw Nigerians back home posting, my guy abroad. Soft life. Chinedu would laugh bitterly. If the hunter tells the story, the lion will always be the villain. Nobody tells the story of the lion. One day his younger brother sent a message. Bro, school fees $120K. Chinedu checked his account. £300. That money had to pay rent, transport, and food. He stared at the message for a long time. Then he sent £50. Immediately his brother replied, only this. Chinedu felt something crack inside him. Soon the messages multiplied. Cousins, uncles, neighbors, church members. Everyone believed something. If you live abroad, you are rich. One day his mother called, crying, my son, people are saying you have forgotten home. Chinedu sat silently. Then he whispered, Mama, I have not even remembered myself. Online, Chinedu looked successful. Nice photos. Clean clothes. Smiling. But the truth? His apartment was a tiny room shared with 2 other immigrants. Sometimes he slept on the floor. One night his Ghanaian roommate told him something powerful. My brother abroad teaches you one thing. Money here has legs. It runs faster than you. Chinedu laughed. But it was true. One winter morning, Chinedu fainted at work. Exhaustion. The manager shouted at him, if you can't work, go back to your country. That night Chinedu sat alone in the cold. For the first time since arriving abroad, he cried. Not because of money, but because of loneliness. He remembered another proverb his grandmother used to say. The drum sounds sweet from far away. From far away, abroad sounded like heaven. Up close, it sounded like survival. Slowly Chinedu began to understand something. Many Africans abroad are not stingy. They are scared. Scared of losing their job, falling sick without help, becoming homeless, failing the family expectations. Because one truth exists. Back home, people believe, you have made it. But abroad, many are only managing to breathe. One day Chinedu met an old Nigerian man named Chief Adewale at a bus stop. The old man asked him one question. My son, why do you look like a man carrying the world? Chinedu explained everything. Family pressure, money requests, Stress. The old man smiled and said something powerful. Listen carefully. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Even a river must fill before it flows. That sentence changed Chinedu. That night, Chinedu sent a message to his family group. A long message. He explained his 3 jobs, his rent, his struggles. Then he ended with a proverb. The man carrying firewood full of ants should not invite lizards for a feast. Meaning, if you are already struggling, you cannot carry everyone's problems. At first, people were shocked, but slowly, they began to understand. Years later, Chinedu finally stabilized. 1 job, better apartment, peace of mind. When people asked him a question, why are Africans abroad stingy? Chinedu would smile and reply with wisdom. We are not stingy. We are survivors. Then he would add one final proverb. The person who fetches water knows the weight of the bucket. Those who send money know the cost. Those who receive it only see the blessing. Final lesson. Many Africans abroad are not stingy. They are carrying expectations, a loneliness, a pressure, survival. And one truth remains. Until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter. The world sees the money, but only the immigrant knows the price of the journey.